Or the Christianity doctrine? Who taught us that? Who taught them God to respect first? It's talking about the white man. Read it again. You don't know Christ, brother. You don't know Christ. Read.
Beware, lest any man spoil you.
Who spoiled this Negro right here? The white man. Read.
Through philosophy.
It's philosophy he's coming with. And another little man in the back. Read.
And vain deceit.
What is deceiving lies? Vain lies. Read.
After the tradition of men.
Who taught them after the tradition of men? The white man taught our people that. That's what they're coming with. No, bro, don't say Christ is black. Nobody sees Jesus Christ. Everybody, we nobody. This is Negro. That's what they're coming with. To keep us on the bottom. But your day is over. The mind of the slave is finished.
But this shall be, but this war that's coming up now, shall be what? Shall be with burning and fuel of fire. That's plain. But this war is going to be with burning and fuel of fire, meaning nuclear destruction.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Because you going into these feast days, because we all know Thanksgiving. We know when that's the time of the year. We know when Christmas is. We know when the 4th of July is. We already know these things, but we don't know the Feast of Tabernacles. We don't know the new moons. We don't know Purim. We don't know Feast of Dedication, when it is, or what month it's in. You see what I'm saying? We've been brainwashed here, right? Read what you got. Just showing what the officer was saying, and I think the other officer brought out that even Queen Sheba went all the way across the country for the wisdom of Solomon, and she wasn't even an Israelite.
That's right.
So that's why I said, how is it that now we got Christ and we got this knowledge? You know you're an Israelite and you won't drive to come get the knowledge. You got to. You're going to be held accountable.
Zechariah chapter 14, verse 16. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to worship the King.
So guess what? All these other nations gonna have to fall in line, but we gonna be the rulers. The people that's deemed to be nobodies in this world, the people that's just deemed to be regular Joe Blow at the bottom of the totem pole, the poorest in the communities, the ones in the hood, the ones in the projects, the ones on the welfare. Them people God chose. And them people, if they come out of that sin and come out of their world, they gonna rule. They gonna be the next government.
Right.
And then all these other nations gonna come and worship the King, the Black Messiah. Watch this.
Right. To worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
They gonna do what?
Keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
So all the other nations gonna keep God holy days instead of now the Esau or the so-called white man got us keeping all his days.
Right.
We keeping all his high holy days. We keeping it 4th of July because guess what? In 1776, we wasn't free in 1776.
Right.
We was still picking cotton in the slave field.
That's right.
We wasn't free. It was freedom from other white people. Great Britain broke free. Well, they broke free from Great Britain.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's what's the independence. It wasn't independence that they let us go free and go build our own. Even when we got away and go to Oklahoma and try to build up our community, Black Wall Street, what happened? They came and bombed on it. They dropped bombs on our communities when we was by ourselves, minding our own business, becoming our own doctors, having our own banks, having our own school systems. We had everything, having our own public transportation. We had our own stuff, not minding our own business, and they come drop the bomb on us.
Right.
You have to understand. That's why I said, that's why we got to know about God feast days and rather man feast days. You see what I'm saying? Give me Colossians 2:8.
Bring it out!
It's been a trick. I'll stay right there, officer. It's been a trick so you can deal with the sister. It's been a trick to have us worshiping Satan days. Because what scripture in the Bible say worship 4th of July? Sister. Nans. What scripture in the Bible say worship Thanksgiving? Man. Christmas. Nada. No, nothing. That's just something man-made. Watch this. Let me show you how it went on.
Colossians chapter 2, verse 8.
Bring it out!
Beware, lest any man spoil you through.
It said beware, because if you see a sign say beware, when y'all walking back, and you see a sign say beware of dog, a big German Shepherd or something, you say beware of dog, you're gonna be looking like, okay, it says a sign right here, so let me just be cautious, let me make sure, because I don't want this dog to run up on me and bite me.
Right.
That's right.
You're gonna be looking around, you're gonna be trying to pay attention, meaning you're gonna be aware, you're gonna be alert, right? So read that again.
Beware,
It said, be alert.
lest any man spoil you.
Any man spoiled us was we got spoiled in slavery. Spoiled just means destroyed. Because if you eat spoiled chicken that's been in the refrigerator for 2 months, just in the regular refrigerator, not the freezer, in the refrigerator and it's spoiled, and you talking about you cooking that and eating that, if you cook that and eat that, what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna get sick, you're gonna be destroyed. You see what I'm saying? So he said, beware lest any man destroy you. We were destroyed in slavery with the whip. Whipping our backs out. Your name, like, say for instance, prime example. The brother said his name was Kunta Kinte, right? But he got destroyed, and what his name ended up being? Toby. He was destroyed enough that he changed his whole way of life. Whatever he thought he was living, he had to change that and go to the destroyer. You see what I'm saying? So he said, beware lest any man destroy us. They destroyed us, and then when they destroyed us from keeping our holy days, keeping the feast days, knowing about the new moon, knowing about Purim, knowing about the Feast of Dedication, we knew about that, right? But when we got destroyed, we stopped doing that and learned what? 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Right.
We was destroyed, right?
That's right.
Come on. Read it again.
Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
And vain deceit, it's empty and it's tricky. It fooled you like it's some of God, but it's not of God. You think Christmas is of God, it's not of God. What does a Christmas tree got to do with Christ? Why you got to have a Christmas tree with bells on it? What they got to do with Christ?
Bring it out.
Nothing. That was the Babylonians was doing that in Jeremiah chapter 10. That's why he told us don't do it. Learn not the way of the heathen. Don't do that custom. Come on.
After the traditions of men.
After the tradition of God.
After the traditions of men.
When they destroyed us, every tradition they gave us is after them, after men. It's not after God. Every tradition that they gave us is not of God. It's after them. Ain't that right, brother? Read.
After the rudiments of the world.
After the world, that's just the world game. They get money off them days. Off them hella days, they get money off that. That's mega money right there.
Right.
Valentine's Day, that's mega money right there. 4th of July, mega money. Christmas, mega money. And we were destroyed. Come on.
And not after Christ.
And what?
And not after Christ.
So that's not after Christ. So I was just bringing that out for y'all that's been in. Y'all know who y'all are, but y'all got to get up with these feast days because we're going to have to keep them in the kingdom. So if we got to keep them in the kingdom, that means we got to keep them now. We got to practice them now. Judges 5 and 11, we got to rehearse the righteous acts now.
That's right.
So we got to, get on the page and start doing that. So when y'all come around, we'll introduce y'all to that. Hold on, because you said you was Israel. Can't let you just slide out like that. You ain't riding out that easy. Hold on 1 second. Revelation 3 and 15, real quick.
Bring it out.
Revelation chapter 3 and verse 15. I know thy works.
So the Lord said, I know thy works. Come on.
That thou art neither cold nor hot.
So he said, I know that you're not neither cold nor hot. Meaning you're 100% in the world, nor are you 100% in the truth. I know you're not cold nor hot, right? Come on.
I would thou wert cold or hot.
I wish if you were just cold or hot. If you was going to be wicked, be 100% wicked. Oh, if you're going to be in this truth, make sure you're 100% in this truth.
Right.
He said, I wish you choose one or other because you walking 1 foot in, 1 foot out ain't no good to nobody. Come on.
So then, because thou art lukewarm,
Since you lukewarm, since you want to be in between, that go for everybody out here. If you know you Israel and you all in between, oh, I'm Israel this day, but the next day I'm not, and oh, I know. If you want to be lukewarm, let's see what Christ's going to do.
and neither cold or hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
He said, I'm going to spew you out of my mouth, meaning I'm going to put you to death. So it's time to take heed to these scriptures and apply these commandments because it's life or death.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? This is all we have. This is the truth. You see what I'm saying? So, bro, if you know you Israel, stop playing games. You know what I'm saying? Get out, come out the world. Give me Romans 12 and 2.
Bring it out.
Give me Romans 12 and 2. This is what we got to do. We all had to come out of the world. And you ain't losing nothing. Trust and believe me, bro. When you come out of the world, you ain't losing nothing. You might think you losing something because the world set up to think that you're losing something when you come out of it. You only gaining you gaining peace, man. It's a peace of mind once you keep God's commandments, knowing that you good with the Lord. You understand? But when you run in the world, you don't know what line to go down. You don't know what's gonna happen. That's why you got to be scrapped up. That's why you got to be worried, paranoid all the time.
Right.
Now read what you got.
Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
Don't be conformed to this world. You got this world got a vice grip on you. It's got some pliers on you. You stuck in the world. He said, don't be conformed to the world. Come on.
But be ye transformed.
But you got to transform and you got to change.
Right.
You got to change. If you don't change, you Israel is worthless. Read.
By the renewing of your mind.
You got to renew your mind. You got to come and read the scriptures or be taught or let somebody teach you that you renew your mind. Come on.
That ye may prove what is that good and
that you may prove, because now you're going to begin to prove this good work. Why? Because you're going to be around brothers that's keeping the commandments, and they're also going to teach you to keep the commandments. So now you begin to prove to God that you love him. You starting to prove to God that you love him now.
Right.
You understand? Come on.
Right. What is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God?
You see that? And perfect will of God, which is keeping the commandments. Ephesians 5 and 6.
Bring it out.
Ephesians 5 and is it 10? Ephesians 5, put on the whole armor. 11.
6 and 10.
6 and 10. Ephesians 6 and 10.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God.
See, that's what we got to do. Some of us walking around, we know we Israel, we just got a helmet on. How many brothers y'all seen in the NFL just with a helmet on and no shoulder pads, no thigh pads and nothing? How many you see? That don't happen. When you go out there on that football field, you got a helmet on, you got shoulder pads on, you got thigh pads on, you got everything on. You got the whole armor. You don't go out there just with a helmet on. Or how many brothers go out there on the football field just with some thigh pads on, no shoulder pads, and no helmet, and go out there and play professional football? I'd like to see this brother. That's a bad brother there, if he doing that. But no, he got to put on a whole armor. Just like you will put on a whole armor of a football equipment, you have to put on a whole armor as being Israel.
That's right.
The whole armor is what? Keeping God's commandments, knowing you Israel, keeping God's commandments in the faith in Christ. Partially is just knowing you Israel. So that's just like you just got a helmet on and nothing else and playing professional football. And you think you ain't going to get hurt. Or you think Satan ain't going to come and attack you. You think Satan ain't going to come and get you because you know you Israel, so you good. Oh, that means Satan finna come all directions when you ain't got no protection.
Right.
You got to get around brothers and sisters that's like-minded. Hold on, so I got your sister. One second. Make sure you hold it, all right? Come on. I want to finish this.
That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
See, when you put on the whole armor of God, you can withstand Satan, because he's going to come. Come on.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
You see that? Now give me, now what's your question? What's your question now? What's your question, sir?
No, but what I was gonna say was, okay, so we're gonna step back a little bit when you was talking about that lukewarm stuff, right?
Right.
Now, for a second, we talking about y'all belief, but out here in these streets, it's like the same little difference, okay? Because you got little dudes out here. One man they want to talk to the police, and they straggling the fence. Then you want to be part of a brotherhood and say, man, I'm for my brother, man, I love my family. But then you out here talking to the police who want to corrupt our neighborhoods, right? So it go both ways. But at the same time too, say we learn this, what y'all talking about? Cause I've been trying to learn this for about.
Kept you overcome.
Give me Zechariah too.
I've been trying to go on this little path, the one that y'all talking about now, for about 6 months now. But at the same time too, it's almost like I'm playing tug of war. Cause when these people ain't being taught this stuff, it's like I ain't trying to convince you to believe in your race, to believe in your culture and your history. Like that gotta be taught to you. I don't think I can do is be responsible for my 2 little girls that's in their car right there and teach them.
Okay, now you said a lot, so I'm gonna try to dissect what you said. Let me take one point what you just said so I can make sure I get that first. You said that you've been in for about 6 months trying to teach everybody, right?
No. I'm trying to unlearn what I done learned. Okay, I'm gonna show you why it's a tug of war. Hebrews 10:25. Let's show you why it's a tug of war for you. Matter of fact, hold Hebrews 10:25. Give me 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. Let's show you why it's a tug of war for you. 2 Corinthians, I know, drop everything else. Get 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. Yeah. Sister says it's a tug of war. You're right. You're right. It's going to be a tug of war. We all had a tug of war when we first learned this truth and trying to do right and walk that path. But it's some things that you're missing. So I'm going to show you what you're missing.
But first, I'm going to show you why it's a tug of war and what you're missing. Read what you got.
2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 4, fully yoked together with unbelievers.
It said don't be together with unbelievers. If they don't believe, don't be around them. Right now, you got to focus on you and like you said, your little girls. You got to get yourself together first before you can't get nobody else together. You got to get yourself together first. So it said, be not what?
Unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
They don't believe. Don't be together with them. Watch this, read.
For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness?
What fellowship for you to be righteous trying to walk this path and they still want to run the streets? They mind ain't on nothing you talking about. You trying to tell them they the greatest thing on the face of the earth. They ain't trying to hear none of that. They want to continue to go to the club. They want to continue to get high. They want to continue to be a whore, the whoremonger, or whatever the case may be. That's what they want. So why continue to be around them? Because let me ask you this. Hold that. Give me Sirach 13 and what that is. 16. Because let me ask you this. Can a wolf and a sheep get together? Okay, watch this. That's the same thing with the righteous, with the unrighteousness. Watch this.
Sirach chapter 13, verse 16.
Bring it out.
All flesh consorted.
Jump to 15. What the one?
17.
17. Chapter 13, verse 17. What fellowship had the wolf with the lamb?
What fellowship have the wolf and the lamb? Or it's saying the same thing. What fellowship have the unrighteous with the righteous? You see what I'm saying? The wolf in this sense is unrighteous, and the lamb is righteous. So it's the same thing, right? Read it again.
What fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb?
What, they gonna be hanging out chilling together? Nah. Watch this.
So the sinner with the godly.
So what? So the what?
So the sinner with the godly.
The sinner with the godly. They can't mix. Come on.
What agreement is there between the hyena?
So that's why I'll go back to 2 Corinthians 6 and 14.
Right.
The wolf is gonna eat the lamb. So when you're around the unrighteous all day, hey, even though you trying to do right, it's gonna be a tug of war because you always around the same crowd of people. Hold on, I want to finish her questions first. She said, I want to finish her questions first. Come on.
And what communion hath light with darkness?
Come on.
And what concord hath Christ with Belial?
Meaning another God. What fellowship have the only true Christ with any other God, or Buddha, or how you gonna match him with Allah?
Right.
You can't match Christ with Allah, no Buddha. That's trash.
Right.
Now give me 1 Kings 18 and 21.
Bring it out.
1 Kings 18 and 21. You got to shake away from that. And I'm gonna give you one more scripture, then I'm gonna answer you, brother. 1 Kings 18 and 21.
That's it.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 21. And Elijah came unto all the people and said.
So Elijah was a prophet of the Lord. He with the Most High God. And the other people was in idolatry. Come on.
How long have ye between two opinions?
How long you gonna have between two opinions? How long you gonna wanna know that you Israel and keep the commandments? Or on the other hand, well, you know, I still like Christianity and I still like, you know, I still like going to church. How long you gonna have two opinions?
Right.
Either one gonna be true and one gonna be false, and that's it. Ain't no such thing as one is halfway right and the other one is halfway right.
Right.
No. Ain't no such thing as only one is true and the other one is totally false.
That's right.
So how long you gonna be battling with your opinion, sister? Read.
If the Lord be God,
If the Lord is God, if you know this truth is the way, is the truth, is the light, this is all you should go for. You should go 100% at it. But read that again.
if the Lord be God, follow him.
Follow him. Follow this Bible. Follow what the Bible's saying about you and what you must do. That's what you must follow. Come on.
But if Baal, then follow him.
But if Christianity is the way, well, follow Christianity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It don't make you're gonna get your judgment off what you do. You see what I'm saying? Go back to 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. No, drop that. Give me Hebrews 10 and 25. So this is what you must do, so it don't be a tug of war, so it don't be a struggle. This is what you must do. We're trying to do. We're trying to provoke you, this brother to love, that brother to love, that brother to love, that sister to love, that sister to love. What is love? Keeping the commandment. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to provoke one another.
And to good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
You see that? What they say?
Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together.
How many times have you been around righteous mind brothers and sisters keeping these commandments in a congregation? See that? That's the struggle. That's the struggle. That's why it's gonna be a tug of war. But you can fix that. See what I'm saying? But that's why it's gonna be a struggle because Keisha them, they mind ain't right. Most High's calling you right now. You see what I'm saying? Come on.
As the manner of some is.
Some people don't want to come around each other. Come on.
But exhorting one another.
You see that when you begin to come around the body, come around the brothers, come around the sisters, they're going to exhort you. Sisters, you can come out of the world. You know what I'm saying? Sisters should take this step. You know what I'm saying? You should do this. You know what I'm saying? According to the scriptures. They're going to help guide you according to the scriptures. When we bring classes out, we have bringing you in a better walk in this truth.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you can walk that path instead of being such a struggle for come out of the world. It's going to be a struggle if you're not congregating. Because your mind, when you let your mind go loose, you're going to go right back to your old ways. Your mind is going to conform right back. Even though you know the truth, your mind going to go right back to what it used to do. Read.
But exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
So we got to, right now is a pivotal time because we got to come together and build each other up now because Christ is coming back. Right now is the best time ever for you to want to know this truth and come around the body because it said, what? Read it again.
But exhorting one another.
We got to exhort one another because it's rough out here in this world.
Right.
Come on.
And so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
Meaning if you see Christ coming, we got to so much the more come around each other. Any chance we get, we try to be around each other.
Right.
Because we're around wicked people all the time. If you're around wicked people 5 days of the week, and you ain't never been around the righteous but one day, this don't balance out. You need to get around your brothers and sisters as much as possible that's like-minded. Come on.
For if we sin willfully.
But if you don't want to come together, then you sinning willfully. So your next step, sister, is should be coming to congregate. We got a congregation in Jackson. That ain't but an hour. You know what I'm saying? To get yourself built up, sister. Now, that answers your question. Now, brother, what was your question? That answer your question, sis? Okay, I'll praise it.
Okay, my question is attached to her question. All right?
Okay.
We're talking about sheep and wolf.
Right.
Now, if you go from the lifestyle, like I said, you can read my body and know what I done. From being a wolf, all right, and being humble now to being a sheep. My question is, how do you diversify the two? When you said like a wolf cannot be with a sheep, and then the wolf don't want to eat the sheep, because right now,
Titus 3:3.
my thing is a wolf, and I can still hang with sheep, and I don't want to hurt them or kill them.
Okay, watch this. Titus 3:3. Read what you got.
Titus chapter 3 and verse 3.
Bring it out!
For we ourselves also were sometimes foolish.
Look, I was a wolf. They were wolves.
Right.
We was wolves too. But guess what? We ain't wolves no more. We wolves now for this truth.
That's right.
We wolves, and we say we had it. We gonna put this work in for the Most High.
Right.
And that was my thing. Like with her, she can be a sheep and teach a wolf how to be a wolf.
No, that ain't happening. Ain't no fellowship with the wolf and the sheep.
Right.
That's
My
what the
thing
scripture
is
say.
this,
Do you believe what the scripture say?
Here now.
Do you believe what the scripture say? Yeah, Amos 3:3.
Last time I was there, I was on a murder charge.
Right.
This dude has been there for 25 years. He's been in the pen for 25 years. He's been reading. He's been everything. That's why I told you I read the Quran. I read it all. But my thing is this: that sheep taught a wolf how to be a sheep.
Who was the sheep?
This man, he was in there serving double life for
So
being
he the
in
wolf.
penitentiary.
So he the wolf.
But he was a better wolf than me.
So but you said a wolf taught the sheep. Both of y'all were wolves.
No. So who taught him?
But that's what I'm trying to tell
A sheep had to teach him.
But listen, but that's what we trying to tell you. You trying to go so deep. What I'm trying to tell you is, look, we was wolves too. But that don't mean now when we repent, when we come out of that lifestyle, you can teach somebody. Yeah, you can teach somebody.
So that was her question. So she can get around wolves no matter.
No. That's not. When it's spiritual, you can't do that. You talking carnal? You just talking because I went to the pen. This brother taught me.
It's not about being the pen.
No. You
I've
said
been out of the pen 8 years.
No. I want you to explain that again so I can make sure I got what you're saying.
Well,
you said
my
the
thing
wolf.
is
Who is the wolf? No. Don't use her analogy. Use what you were saying so I can
No,
get
my
you.
analysis was attached to her question because at the end of the day, she said she's trying to teach people to live like she do. She can do that.
No, if she
got the mind, body, spirit of the Lord, and she can get that, she can do it. You don't have to be a reverend, a preacher, or so whatever you call it to do that.
Listen, but you got to understand what did the scripture say? You can't be around the unrighteous. So you missing the whole point.
Jesus,
be a
so his
hypocrite.
street on the righteous.
He taught,
breathed
but
on
listen,
the righteous
but listen.
just as much as he do the unrighteous.
But listen, that means
You
he
understand?
taught. But you got to listen. He taught. He was himself right. So he went and taught like we doing. We right now. We going to teach the lost sheep. We teaching the people that are wolves because we was once wolves.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's what we do. But you can't do that yet until you get taught. Hebrews 5:12. Let me show you. You can't do that yet. You can't, because you gonna stay a wolf. You see what I'm saying? You can't stay around the wolves and then you trying to be a lamb. That's not gonna happen. You're not gonna. The wolf ain't gonna teach you. Watch this. Watch this.
I live in
that's
the
why
hundreds in Chicago.
That's why you say. That's why you ain't 100% in this truth. Exactly why. Watch this.
Hebrews chapter 5 verse 12.
Bring it out.
For for the time ye ought to be teachers.
So it's gonna be a time that you teach. It didn't say you weren't gonna teach. It said it's gonna be a time. Read. Matter of fact, even in hold on. Let me finish this, bro. Let me finish this. Just be patient. Be patient. My thing is, do a doctor just go and practice medicine one day? Or do we have to go to school and learn?
Okay, tell me this.
Hold on. Answer that question.
No, I'm answering.
Do a doctor just wake up and go to my, he gonna be a doctor, or he got to go get taught?
No, he does not. No. Now let me answer your question.
You got to go get taught for years.
Now let me answer
so
your
hold
question.
on, you got to wait till I
But
finish.
school's not in the Bible. I answered your question. No.
Okay, so now let's get back to the scripture.
In the day, did them doctors, the medicine doctors, these doctors have to go to school to be a doctor? Or did they know what they practiced and they did?
Somebody had to teach them, brother. You just don't wake up being a baby and then learn how to cook.
Doctor, when you down there, UCU, LSU, Alcorn, or University of Minnesota, but no, this is right in, they learned this in the field.
Oh, they learn, but listen, bro.
Practicing, watching their family die, and their kids die, and their mama die.
Bro, what is he talking about?
Here's my thing is, listen, you diversifying the Bible to modern world. You can't do that. You diversifying the Bible to modern world. You can't do that. You diversifying the Bible to modern world. You can't do that.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Sis, bro, listen, you got to be taught in anything. Let's show you what the scripture says.
We're talking about the modern world.
Do you believe the Bible or not?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so be quiet. We both gonna listen to what the Bible say. The hell what you talking about and the hell what I'm talking about. Let's go straight to what the Bible saying. Okay. And we'll call that truth, right?
Yes.
So let's see what the Bible saying. Read what you got.
For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you. Again,
you got to be taught. And before you become and teach somebody, you got to be taught.
That I know.
That's what. So what are we talking about?
So here's my thing. Is this? Here's my knowledge.
Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish the
now,
scripture.
if your mama wouldn't have told you that
which
grass is
be
green,
the first principles of the oracles of God.
It said that's the first principle of the oracles of God. We talking about a spiritual war. You can keep calling all you want. We talking about in this walk, in this truth, you got to be taught. She got to get around sisters to help her show her how to be a daughter of Sarah. If she don't know, nobody around her can teach her how to be a woman of God.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Nobody in the street can teach me how to be a man of God.
That's right.
You can't teach. Only thing you gonna teach me is how to be a man of the world.
Okay,
right.
But only God gonna teach you how to be a man of God. So you got to get around like-minded brothers and like-minded sisters to help you learn that.
Okay.
Read what you talking about again from the top.
I understand that now.
For the time ye ought to be teachers,
King James version?
ye have need that one teach you again.
So you got to be taught again. Everybody got to be taught again. Everybody got to be taught this Bible again.
No, my thing is, I'm talking to you. Do you have the book
Which
of
be
Enoch or the
the
book
first principles of the oracles of God.
This is the first principle of the oracles of God. This is the first step. God is giving you the blueprint. Can't no man come outside of that, bro.
Who's the oracle of God?
1 Peter 4 and 11. Hold that. 1 Peter 4 and 11. You can't just use your own vain mind, bro. Your mind, now you trying to say your mind is above God.
No,
that's what you're saying. You fucking against God. Watch this. Read what you got. I'm going to show you why.
1 Peter chapter 4 verse 11.
Bring it out.
If any man speak,
if any man think he knows something, any man speak what?
Let him speak as the oracles of God.
You got to speak as the oracles of God. And we just read the first oracle is what? Go back. Let's see what the first oracle is. Let's see what the first oracle is. The Bible just said, if any man speak, let him speak the oracles of God. Not what he think you know, but you got to speak what God's saying. That's the true power. That's the true knowledge. So now, we just read that. Let's see what the first oracle of God is.
For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again.
Somebody got to teach you, meaning you got to sit down and learn this Bible. We don't learn. Think about it. Look at all these baby mama, baby daddies out here. Reason why we got all that, because nobody sat down and taught them what a man's supposed to be like. Nobody sat down and taught that sister to keep her legs closed until she got married.
Bring it out!
Bring it
That's
out.
the problem. Ain't no talking about, oh, we can do what we want to do. That's why we're in a broken state. That's why we got broken families. That's why we're in the Bible shooting each other, killing each other, gang banging on each other, because nobody want to sit down and let God or let the men of the Lord teach them.
That's right.
Read that again from the top.
Bring it out!
For the time ye ought to be teachers.
It will be a time you will be a teacher, but at first you got to learn this Bible. You don't even know you're an Israelite. We don't even know we God chose the people. You got a lot of people don't even know Christ is black.
Right.
That's simple stuff according to the scriptures.
That's
Read.
right.
Ye have need that one teach you
You
again.
got to be taught again. You got to be taught again. Let me show you why. Hold on, give me John 3:3. Let's show you why you got to be taught again. As the scriptures are saying, not me. This straight biblical.
talking about
Ain't no
the
note, no
trash.
pad.
I
Ain't no
done
you see
heard
a pen or
Elsa,
pad
I
up
have
here that we
not
coming
heard
out like the pastor.
Enoch
We
and
coming
all
out
that.
with because
But you
something we
talking
know
about the 12 tribes.
what the spirit have got us. Watch this, read what you got. Let's see why you got to be taught again.
John 3:3. Jesus answered.
Who answered?
Jesus answered
So I'm going to believe Jesus rather than man. Period. Read what Jesus say.
and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee,
Means surely, surely I say unto you,
except the man be born
a
again,
man be what?
be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God.
So if you want to keep your old mind, you ain't seeing no kingdom. You got to be born again like that little baby right there. You got to be born. Ain't talking about a physical born. Ain't talking about spiritually born over. So when you born spiritually over in this truth, you're going to need somebody to help walk you and guide you.
That's right.
Now go to, what is that it on that?
Yes, sir.
Now go to Matthew 18:1. Let's show you this.
Bring it out.
Matthew 18:1. I'm going to use this little kid for example. Matthew 18:1.
Bring it out!
Matthew chapter 18, verse 1. At the same time came the disciples unto Jesus, saying,
Well, I guess the disciples just taught themselves. But they had to learn from somebody. Come on.
Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven?
So the disciple asked Christ, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? Come on.
And Jesus called a little child unto him,
He did what?
called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said,
Just like that little child right there. That little child right there in the midst of us, right?
That's right.
Come on.
Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children.
You got to accept, you humble yourself all the way down to just like that little kid is right there. I can tell that little kid that the sky is purple. He gonna believe it because he a kid. That's how it is. You got to come back to this truth. You got to be taught again. You got to be taught again. It's not you just doing on your own. No. Read.
Ye shall not enter the kingdom of heaven.
You will not enter the kingdom of heaven. If you think you know something, or you think you got it all, no, you got to be born again, all over again. Everything you think you know, you got to wipe that out and really come back and understand what the Bible is really saying.
That's right.
That's what being born again. That's why I said Romans 12:2. Go back to Romans 12:2 where I was at first.
Bring it out.
That's the whole point. I went to Romans 12:2. We got to come out of the world and come back to what God's saying. Because the world saying you can do this, the world saying you can do that, but no, the Bible saying you're supposed to do it like this.
So the black
What you
man,
got?
so the black man gotta wait to go to heaven and have they kingdom.
You said we
they
got.
ain't gonna get it here on earth.
Oh, we're going to get it on earth. Just be patient. Revelation 21:1. Let me show you it's going to be on earth. I like this. Bring it on. Let everything come out. We're going to stand tall for this word. We're going to answer all questions.
That's right.
Bring these spirits out. Watch this. Revelation 21:1.
Revelation chapter 21:1.
Bring it out!
And I saw a new heaven,
And they what?
a new heaven, and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem.
The what?
The holy city, New Jerusalem,
Well, the holy city, New Jerusalem,
coming down from God out of heaven.
doing what? Coming down from God. Coming down from God. It's going away from God. Down, meaning coming down here.
Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband.
So the kingdom of heaven is prepared like a bride for her husband. Say for instance, you was the bride, right? When you're a bride, do you look the same as when you regular? Or when you're a bride, you be decked out? You be decked out. You be like, man, she gorgeous. You see what I'm saying? That's how the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. But we must come out of this world philosophies and religion to really get the kingdom. Don't you know the kingdom of heaven for the 12, for us?
Also 11.
Let me show you that. Give me that Revelation 21:12.
Bring it out!
Revelation 21:12. Let's show you who the
Bring
kingdom
it
of heaven
out.
is for.
Bring it out.
Read what you got.
Revelation chapter 21, verse 12. And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates.
And had what?
12 gates.
The kingdom of heaven got 12 gates. Why the kingdom of heaven got 12 gates? What is a gate for? What they got this gate right here for? Why they got gate? Why do you have a gate around your house? To keep people out and to keep what's in. Read.
And at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon.
Wait a minute, you got names written on the kingdom of heaven gates. Read.
Which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Wait a minute. Oh, the what? Come here, sister. 12 tribes of the children of Israel. You see why we got to be born again and be taught like a little kid? Because we never knew this. Because God said he was going to make us forget this. So that's why we got to be born again like a newborn baby in order to get the kingdom of heaven. Because we was never taught who we were. We were never taught that we come from the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, so on and so forth. We was never taught that. So that's why it's important for us to be born again like a little kid. So now when we read the Bible, we're like, oh man, that's what that's talking about. Oh man, the Bible's talking about this. The Bible says I'm the greatest people on the face of the earth. Because who is teaching us this? Nobody. You understand? So not the churches, no doubt about it.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.